Frequent internet use may be causing this generation to shy away from adherence to a specific religion, instead allowing people to dabble in ideas from many different belief systems. The phenomenon, known as religious tinkering, has evolved in the last decade or so as the population increasingly turns to smartphones and other devices to devote their free time, according to a new study. According to a sociologist behind the research, the internet leaves us more exposed to different religious traditions, allowing people to adjust their own views accordingly. Tinkering means that people feel they're no longer beholden to institutions or religious dogma, said Baylor University sociologist Paul K. McClure. Today, perhaps, in part because many of us spend so much time online, we're more likely to understand our religious participation as free agents who can tinker with a plurality of religious ideas, even different, conflicting religious, before we decide how we want to live. In the study, the researcher analyzed data from Wave 3 of the Baylor Religion Survey, which encompasses 1,714 adults from across the country. The survey was first conducted in 2010, and, at the time, people spent more of their free time watching TV. By comparison, the researcher says people now spend much more time online. Both TV and the internet require time, and the more time we spend using these technologies, the less time we have to participate in religious activities or with more traditional communities, McClure said. The researcher looked at participants' responses to a number of questions, including questions on the frequency with which they attend religious services or activities, how well they agreed with statements on religious equality, their own religious affiliations, and how many hours a day they spend online or watching TV. The study also considered age, race, gender, education, place of residence, and political party. But, the researcher says internet use appeared the most influential. According to McClure, the more time one spends on the internet, the greater the odds are that the person will not be affiliated with a religion. Some claim the internet allows like-minded people to close themselves off from others by corralling themselves into groups, and others say it facilitates less intimate forms of communication, the researcher notes. But, given how quickly it continues to evolve, it is difficult to study. In the past decade, social networking sites have mushroomed, chat rooms have waned, and television and web browsing have begun to merge into one another as live streaming services have become more popular, McClure said. According to the researcher, the findings help to paint a better understanding of how the internet plays into religious belief. Whether through social media or the sheer proliferation of competing truth claims online, McClure says, the internet is the perfect breeding ground for new life worlds that chip away at one's certainty.